Mutthead.com. Welcome back to Zan's Corner. In this video, we're going to do kind of a meta report. Now, if you've been playing Madden 18 at all, I'm sure you realize there was a title update last week that saw a large improvement to zone coverage, particularly in the deep zones that are on the field. This has resulted in a lot of players running cover 4 drop, rushing 3, and sitting back waiting for you to make a mistake. And this has been a kind of a theme across the community that a lot of players have hit me up and said, hey Zan, do you have any ways to beat cover 4? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of show you some routes, particularly a play that I think is very, very good at beating cover 4, and that is the PA read out of the gun tight slot open. And we are in the Miami Dolphins playbook, which is a very, very popular playbook this year. So this is something that I think a lot of you are going to be able to use. Now, the great thing about this play is that we have 2 routes on it that are able to beat cover 4. The first is the crossing route to the tight end, and the second is the skinny post to the X receiver. Now, you want to put your fastest player on your team as this X receiver on the skinny post because you're going to need every bit of that speed to bomb the ball over the top. Now, you're also going to need a strong arm quarterback. You're not going to be able to get away with having somebody in the mid 80s throwing this ball over the top because they're not going to be able to put enough on it to tuck it over the top of the corner that we're going to show you here in a second. So the setup that I prefer to use with this is I like to take the inside receiver and put him on a in route. And that's just to get a little bit of action going against the grain with the flow of the 2 crossing routes on the left side. To have something going back to that side of the field is going to be nice for a check down. So we could put him on an in or we could put him on a drag, totally up to you. The next thing that I like to do is I like to take this receiver, Parker, and I like to put him on a smoke screen. The reason for that is we're going to be able to use that smoke screen and playmaker it, or just simply dump it down in the event that they leave him wide open off the line of scrimmage and you don't think that you can hit either of these 2 players across the field. And what we're going to see here is that when your opponent runs cover 4, we're going to be able to tuck this little Y route to the tight end and possession catch it underneath that deep zone on the opposite side of the field. So you see right here when we look at the replay, the deep zones are dropping off the ball, and when we have that cross from the tight end across the field, it gets underneath it just enough where we could tuck that throw. Now you can see that the deep zone right here, Vontae Davis, breaks on the pass right away as soon as the ball gets out. So high play recognition, high zone corners are going to be able to try to make a play on that. So I'm going to show you what you can do if you really want to throw that route and you don't want to risk the player breaking on it. So you could run the play stock and then place the slot receiver on a hitch. He becomes your new playmaker guy instead of the outside player on the smoke screen. And you can see here that with the B receiver running off the coverage, we have a lot more room to make this throw, and we could pick up about 15-20 more yards on the throw than we otherwise would. Now, I'll go ahead and show you that we have the playmaker option here. You can see right here that the zones sit down underneath. We could playmaker this guy over the middle. We could try to playmaker him up the field. Totally up to you what you want to do. He's just an option to go find any area on the field that you want to pick up yardage underneath. So you can playmaker him down the field, over the middle, or to the outside. Now, what I really like about this play is that it actually has potential to be a one-play touchdown in the event that you don't streak off that B receiver. So if you were to put him on a in route, what we're going to see is that this route to Jakeem Grant, your speed receiver, you're going to have to learn to throw it by staying in the pocket and letting the route set up. But as soon as he crosses the face of the strong safety standing over the right slot, you're going to throw a pass lead straight to the far sideline. And we're going to be able to try to tuck that in over the top. So you can see here we're waiting for him, and then we're just going to chuck that ball over the top. Now, Jay completely missed that throw, and he rolled an inaccurate dice roll. So we'll go ahead and run this again. Now, if you want to, you can actually smart route this in route to draw that safety down just a hair more. And you can see that that'll help him squat in the box just a little bit more. And then you can see right here, we just chuck this ball clean over the top to our speed receiver and pick up about, I would say about 60 yards or so. And with this throw, you're going to notice that it opens up the defense completely. They're not going to be able to sit back and cover 4. They're not going to be able to sit there and think that they're just going to make you dink and dunk your way down the field and then settle for 3. With this type of play, you have the ability to always try to tuck this throw over the top. And if you can do so, it could be a huge one-play touchdown. And with the amount of people that are running cover 4 in this community right now, this is a very, very, very good way to attack cover 4. So let me go ahead and show you what this route combination is actually called. You've got a skinny post on the left, you've got an in route on the right. This route, post in, that's called a pin concept. And if you guys go ahead and look that up in real life, this is a very popular cover 3 and cover 4 beater, because a lot of times the safety sits on this in route and doesn't see the skinny post get over the top, and the other safety on the skinny post trades off that skinny post thinking he's got help on the other side of the field, when in fact he really doesn't. So for those of you thinking that this is a unsim setup or anything like that, it's really not the case. You're going to be able to try to throw this ball over the top. Now obviously Jakeem Grant doesn't have the catch in traffic and all that to go along with his speed, so maybe in MUT you would want to go get yourself like a Julio Jones tier 3 or a Randy Moss or whoever you can to really make this a consistent read for you. But at the end of the day, this is a very, very sim concept that you're going to be able to use and try to hit your opponents up top against cover 4. If you guys have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. As always, I'll try to answer as many as I can throughout the week. Let me know if you have any concerns or requests for future Zan's Corner videos, and I'll be sure to try to get those as well. Until next week, this is Zan, get in the lab, and good luck.